Hi everyone, I'm Juan Barcenas, and the topic that I've chosen to write about in my paper has been Dr. Mary Edwards Walker, who was a female leader and probably one of the first feminist icons that we've had in American history. You can see there on the left, there she is in all her glory. So a little bit of background. She was born November 26th, 1832 in Oswego, New York, and she died in February 21st of 1919. To which we don't talk about that period in this class, but it's always good to know when people in history die, I guess. um, okay, so she graduated from Syracuse Medical College with honors in 1855 at the age of 23, which she graduated with a medical degree, which at the time it was mostly a male dominated field, to which I mean that's already breaking barriers for other women, um, you know cementing her status as a feminist icon. um, Miss Mary Walker would later on go on to have a private practice with her husband in Ohio that same year. Um, and after that, the Civil War broke out just a couple years after that, in 1861 to 1865. Sorry. Um, she would go on down to Washington, D.C., to ask to get commissioned as an army surgeon or contract surgeon, to which she got turned away. She got denied that offered due to lack of policies regarding women in the medical field, or otherwise known as sexism in America. uh, because of this, she would volunteer for civilians. She would aid them, help them while this civil war had just begun. And it took her about 3 years to get commissioned. It wasn't until 1864, I believe. Well, not I believe, I read that. It wasn't until 1864, to which she would get commissioned as an army surgeon. And in April 1864, that same year, Walker was captured and imprisoned by the Confederate Army, to which she eventually got released. By the end of the war in 1865, she would go back to her quote unquote normal life. And oh wow, okay. Um, okay, great. um, a year right after, or a couple months after the Civil War finally died down, she received President Johnson's Medal of Honor for her work and her very much help during the Civil War. Um, right after that, she would go on to lecture about women's rights, women's suffrage, and women in prison due to the time that she spent during prison when she got captured by the um, Confederates. Um, Later on in 1917, her Medal of Honor would get rescinded just 2 years, or yes, 2 years before her passing, which sadly enough, she would still carry that Medal of Honor, though it was rescinded by, you know, due to tweaking of the the rules that were established to the people and essentially to anyone who received that Medal of Honor. Um, it wasn't until 6 years after her status got rescinded and she passed away that it got granted back to her by President Carter, posthumously, obviously. Um, on and on, I feel that this is a feminist icon who that isn't necessarily talked about a lot in American history and our textbooks, though she was probably one of the first ones, at least at the beginning of what we know as the United States of America now. Um, and so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for listening to me. Since I don't know if my video recorded. Oh my God, I hope so. Thank you so much. Stop sharing.